live and in living color, sick as a dog with what I'm pretty sure is the flu. Welcome, everybody, to I'll Hang Up and Listen, brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from at all their locations with live music, entertainment, and trivia at every location. Make sure you stop by Fatty Beer and tell them Two Goalies when Mike sent you. And, of course, Buffalo Logo Apparel. When it comes to your local designs, when it comes to your shirts, your hats, your hoodies, the Bills, the Sabres, second to none over at Buffalo Logo Co. on Instagram and Twitter, buffalogo.com. You can find Fatty Beer at Fatty Beer on Instagram and Twitter, fattybeer.com. Sabres shut out the Ottawa Senators 4-0 in what can be described as a belt-to-ass type of game. The Sabres, even though outshot 13-6 after the first period, got out of there with a 2-0 lead and continued to just dominate, really, and a complete team effort. Complete team effort and team defense was absolutely stellar tonight. They collapsed down low in that area we call the house, below the face-off dots, that big box, as you would call it. They collapsed down low, to eliminate a lot of high danger chances, blocking shots. 2 block shots led to goals tonight. And just overall, a team that bought into what Lindy wanted them to do to win a hockey game. Jack Quinn's really starting to heat up in these past couple weeks. Jack Quinn with 2 goals in the first period. And then Dylan Cousins reading a play perfectly at the blue line. Bad giveaway by Ottawa, and he rifles it top shelf to beat Forsberg. And then McLeod doing something we've been yelling about all season, just not just him, but just in general. Just get pucks to the net and good things happen. And perfect example, he just threw a streaking Zach Benson. It was a really hard pass, but obviously went in off of Shabbat and right by Forsberg. For a guy who hasn't scored a goal in 23 games, he'll take it. You have to when you're struggling to find the back of the net there. So especially after such a hot start with him. UPL with 35 saves tonight for his, I'm not sure if it's his second or third shutout of the season, but stellar performance from him. Made key saves in key situations. Something we've been looking for from him. We talked about it last time you were live too. So overall, just top to bottom, you can't really complain about anything about anybody on this team. Denny Gilbert had a fantastic game back in the lineup. He serves a role. Excuse me, guys. He serves the role, plays an aggressive style defensively that maybe only other guy that maybe does is Connor Clifton, but not in the way that Denny does. St. Joe's alumni right here in Western New York. When Tkachuk hit Zucker from behind and sent him to the locker room for a short time, Gilbert was out there trying to make him answer for it, and Tkachuk wanted none of it. He knows, Tkachuk is a guy who picks his fights when he wants to fight them, and when he should fight him for something as blatant as a hit from behind, he backed away. So, Gilbert would not want to floor them. Loved what I saw from him tonight. Got an assist, I believe. One assist tonight. Ryan McLeod with 3 points. And just, I can't stress this enough. And Lindy says it, good defense can create offense. And that is exactly what happened tonight. Guys getting in shooting lanes, getting in passing lanes, creating turnovers, blocking shots that lead to rushes up the other way. It happened multiple times tonight, and twice, it led to goals. And that's the type of game you have to continue to play if you even want to see yourself getting back in this race. Even though we were 6 points back a few days ago, even with this win tonight, I believe it only puts us 7 points back. Columbus sitting in the second wild card spot. Last time I looked, I don't know if anything's changed with that. But they got a steep hill to climb to get themselves back in this. But playing games like that tonight, they'll close the gap pretty quickly. Again, 5-2-1 since the 13-game losing streak. I believe saw somebody tweet that if they went 5-2-1 every 8 games this season, they'd end up with 90 points. I don't know what the pace is for playoffs this season. What the benchmark is to grab one of those wild card spots, but you can't change things about that 13-game losing streak that happened. All you can do is look forward and try your best to not put yourself back in that spot where you're losing games in a row again, like they have quite a bit. Every time they win 3 in a row, they lose 3 in a row, so you can't let that, happen anymore. Once you win 3 in a row, you got to find a way to get that 4th in a row. You got to start winning 5 out of 6, 4 out of 5, or 4 out of 6. Like you can't allow losing streaks to keep happening with this team. So we'll hit the peanut gallery here. Honestly, guys, thank you a lot. We found our game from Connor Brown. I don't know if we've seen you in the chat before, Connor, but welcome and thank you for joining on. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. From Mauricio, how about the Sabres' impressive, responsible, accountable defense covered all night in their own end? Finally, there is hope. I agree. It would be nice if they can beat the Kraken. That team seems to always have our number. I know they are fairly new, but still. Agreed. Quinn doubling down tonight. How's Hurl's status, physical health, living conditions under apocalyptic wildfire conditions? LA County pool party canceled. I know Hurl's status update on him. He is safe. He had earlier today. He was helping. I'm not sure if he's collecting or deliver food or both. For victims of this wildfire, people who've lost their homes. If you've noticed, I did post earlier. I'll retweet it again. He had a close friend who lost his home. His entire family lost their home. Co-worker of 10 years just lost his Altadena house in the Eaton wildfire. Please consider donating if you're able to. And I'm going to, bring that tweet up again and I'll retweet it again. For those of you who want to help out, or at the very least, if you go to my page, you can see it and retweet it if you're not able to donate. I'm sure, they would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, he's fine. But again, it's just some crazy shit over there in LA with those wildfires, man. And, my thoughts are out to everybody affected by it. That's awful. Absolutely awful. I can't wait to see this team with Big Dog Greenway back in the lineup. I don't know when he's coming back. I haven't heard anything. I've been sick the past 2 days. Maybe I missed something, but yeah, it would be nice to get him back for sure. This man lives. Gilbert played physical all night, intimidating Tkachuk. Yeah, there was a from Buffalo Hockey Moments. They tweeted it out. Gilbert, multiple times tried to make Tkachuk answer for the bullshit, and he just turned down every time. Cross-checking him, giving him extra chops, and Tkachuk wanted nothing to do with it, and rightfully so. Again, I think Gilbert would have mopped the floor with him. I'm just getting over the flu too, man. Something awful has been going around. You're not kidding me, Connor. It has been going around. Again, I hate to say this, but this is probably going to be a really short post-game show. I haven't eaten anything in over 24 hours. I haven't had much of an appetite, so I'll excuse me, keep this short and sweet. But thank you for your concerns. The mighty Quinn has cometh. Thoughts and prayers for Connor, friends and family in LA and California. Hope everyone is staying strong. Luke dominating between the pipes and a very solid D. Great game. Thank you, Chris, friend of the program. Huge win for Buffalo. Yeah, it's a 4-point swing game. It is. Nice win tonight. Played exactly right while defending a lead. From Reese, feel better, Duane, orange juice, Advil, sauna, sweat. If I had a sauna in here, I would. But I will say this, it's crazy. I was cold and hot multiple times, freezing. My house, my thermostat is set to 68 or 70, and just it was really cold outside. But I would walk around my house fully clothed, hoodie, more than 2 pairs of sweats, and I would legitimately be freezing. It's cold sitting here in my dining room, so I'm sitting here wrapped in a blanket, and then I I watched on Netflix this new show that dropped today. I highly suggest anybody. It's called American Primeval. Just dropped today on Netflix. It's a limited series. Very, very good. Easy watch. But I remember like halfway into the series, like I was just sweating profusely. And I'm like, oh my God. Like my hoodie was drenched. So it's been on and off, man. It's been rough. I'll probably have to be into work again tomorrow. And anyone who knows me, I don't ever call into work ever. I do my best not to. My previous employer, I can count on one hand in over 10 years, like in 10 years, like the amount of times I called in. So, you know, it's nice to work for a company that, you know, allows their employees to take off or doesn't intimidate them into not taking off when they're sick. So, shout out to those guys back there. Yeah. So, is Hurl's residence intact? Is he at risk? I mean, I'm not sure how close he is to the fires. I think he's safe. I'm pretty sure he's safe, but still, like, how much it has spread there, you never know. He is safe, yes. They looked really good tonight. I was shocked. Played a whole 60 minutes. UPL particularly on fire, absolutely. Third period was not impressive. Senators looked defeated, tired, poor passing. Yeah, I mean, they did not look good really all game, except for maybe that first period where they did get a lot of rubber on that. But yeah, I was not impressed with the Senators tonight at all. They've been a team that's kind of like Buffalo, just constantly you don't really know what their identity is. Just they have stars, but can't seem to figure it out. There were high expectations the past 2 years in a row, and they just don't seem to meet that standard. Brady is a baby. Gilbert plays a defined role, physical, intimidate competitors, bullies. Agreed. It's like 85 points. Yep, I agree. I think that's probably around the number. That's how bad the East has been this season. You know, like it's been opportunity for the taking for a team that's for like Buffalo has been struggling, and you kind of think, you know, you wish that third. And again, I mentioned before, you can't do anything about it now, but like even if you would have went like 3-10 instead of 0-13, you're right in there. It's crazy to think about. What's to say of Kulik, Melenstein, Kubal, and Samuelson? Samuelson was sent back home. He was sick, much like this guy. That's why they did 11 and 7 tonight. I'm not sure. Oh, Kulik has a lower body injury. I know he's out, week to week. Melenstein and Kubal, again, I've been kind of out of the loop. I haven't really been looking at my phone much over the past 24 hours, so I'm not too sure about the answers on that. But maybe somebody that's in the chat can, let us know. That'd be great. From Natalie Payne, true Sabres fan alive for his team. Feel better. Thank you, Natalie. I've definitely never seen you in the chat, so thank you for stopping by. And please make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you know when we go live. Thanks for coverage, Duane. Hopefully Saturday will help you recover. Yeah, big game for the Bills this weekend. I believe the next game is against Seattle for the Sabres against the Kraken. Maybe we get like another one Buffalo weekend here. It'd be nice, right? So thank you, Robbie. Appreciate it, buddy. And then Mauricio, I think you said it's around 90-point pace. So, but yeah, everything I've pretty much said is all that could be said about that game. And it sucks again that a few days ago you were 6 points back, and now with a huge win like this against a division opponent who you're going to be fighting with in the standings. It's a big 4-point swing game that you're 7 points back. So they put themselves in this position. They got to find a way to dig themselves out. We'll see. I know his defensive game is terrible. Or at least I've read that, and I've seen it. I kind of knew that too. But Daniel Sprague was just on waivers and he went unclaimed. That's the type of guy that wanted on this team for like a while. He's just a very hard-nosed, direct, physical player. Will drop the gloves. You know, a Daniel Sprong in this bottom six would be nice, because what is there that Sprong can do that that Sprong can't? And he's younger and just, I think, more talented. So, and then there's always the rumors in Vancouver. We saw today with the Bruins that they're in talks about a possible deal for either JT Miller or Elias Pettersson. And, you know, it'd be nice if Kevin can get in on that. I don't know what it would cost, but, you know, obviously core pieces would be going back their way. But it's hard to not think about bringing an elite player like Elias Pettersson. You know, I know he's dealt with some knee injuries in the past, but a guy who could score 100 points, you know, especially with the right line mates, a guy like Tage Thompson or, whoever it might be on this team. He doesn't have a no movement clause, so he can't really control his own destiny yet. And, you know, the time is now. So I would hope at least Kevin's in on those conversations, you know, or maybe they really do leave the solutions in the room. I don't know. The Sabres need to win at a pace of 0.65 winning percentage to achieve 90 points. I think it's doable. It's doable. What's Quinn's obsession with hooking 2 penalties, 2 goals? I don't know. Again, a little bit of lack of speed for sure. I just don't think he's ever going to be the same player after those injuries. But I don't know. You know, we'll see. I'm not gonna bug you guys any longer here. Again, I'm really struggling. So I did want to come over here and celebrate a big win with you. So let's remember this is brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room, with over 300 beers to choose from at all their locations. Make sure you let them know 2 goalies, 1 Mike sent you. And as always, Buffalo Go apparel, whether it's your shirts, your hats, your hoodies. You have ponchos, army ponchos. Lots of cool options on there for whatever your design might be for both Bills and Sabres. Thank you, Doug, and thank you, Iron Noob. Appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the well wishes here in the chat here late on a Thursday night. And if you do enjoy this content when I'm not sick, if you wouldn't mind, please make sure that if you watch on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you like this video. Liking this video does a world of difference with the algorithm for us. Helps us get noticed more out there in the YouTube world. If you're watching on Twitter and you don't already follow us, I'm at Duane S39, as you can see on the screen there. The show is 2 goalies, 1 Mike. Yeah, 2 goalies, 1 Mike, just like the way it's spelled, with the numbers. And then my co-host at Seahurls13. Please make sure if you already following us, please hit us with a retweet and a like, leave a comment. Same thing with Facebook. You can find us at all the same handles. My Duane Steinel. So please make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell notification so you know when we go live. And until next time, we'll talk to you later. And as always, go Sabres and go Bills.